You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
You got
trouble.
Welcome back.
I got him too.
Our first one's going to be Toy Story, the first Pixar film ever
Hey, Owen,
released.
you can't mess with the table or the people in the comments are going to get mad.
Why?
Got mad last time.
Sit on your hands.
They got mad. Yeah,
Oh.
sit on her hands so that they don't get mad. Oh, that's good.
Sit on it.
All right, let's start out with...
Sit on it.
So, let
Kill!
All right.
We watched
Toy
Toy Story, and I
Toy
also
Story.
would like to preface this by this is probably one of the first movies that I've ever watched accidentally
Yes, me too.
because we watched it on VHS.
Yep.
And we popped it into our little CRT TV, and we popped it into the VHS tape, and it just started, and then we just kind of sat down and just watched it. You know, it's like when your dad's like walking by and he gets so locked into the movie, and he just kind of keeps watching it.
Yeah.
It was
a
like
testament.
that.
It's
Yeah.
a testament to how good the movie is.
So good.
I think we got 5 minutes in, and we're like, no, yeah, we're gonna watch the rest of the movie.
That was exactly what happened. We literally got 5 minutes in, and we just decided. I was like, "This is so good.
Yeah.
We just have to
I
watch."
was
the
going to
whole thing.
ask, like, what particular moment hooked you guys into watching the full rest of the
It
movie?
I
was-
don't even remember.
I do.
Was it?
It was
Really?
right after. It was basically the scene Buzz came
It
out.
was, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it did the strange things happening to me, and then you said, okay, so now we're doing this today, and I said yes. But I think it brings you to my first point about it is the script is so strong. It's 81 minutes, I think, and
God.
it flows seamlessly.
That's the reason why it's so easy to watch. Is
Yes.
you just
Every scene.
every single scene. It's not even every scene. It feels like every single line, like
Yeah. Oh,
every
absolutely.
single line. It just more than anything, it just feels like it's so natural to the characters, yet it also flows with the story.
Flows
So
well.
it's so natural
every
to the
transition
story.
is so thought out. Not just to your point, not just from scene to scene, but from like dialogue to dialogue.
It doesn't feel like
it's
it
natural.
doesn't feel like the story came before the characters or the characters came before the story. It feels like they're just both synonymous
is.
with one another.
It
It just is.
It came out of nowhere,
It-
and everything
yeah.
makes sense, but it's not like expected. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
logical that things happen, but you watch it and you're like, it's not what you necessarily expect to happen. Obviously, we've seen it before, but it's been so long
The
since I
plant
watched it.
payoffs
Mhm.
are so natural. It's not
It's
at all
perfect.
like
It's
jingle
just-
keys, like
No,
this is
no,
going to
no,
come
no,
back
no.
later.
No.
It's like, okay, well, they're looking out the window to see Andy doing something. Oh, but then there's Sid over there.
Yes.
And so then we're like, oh, wow. Oh, well, Sid doesn't like his toys.
Yep.
Which it's like, everything has like
It
multi-purpose.
feels natural.
It just feels so natural.
It's
and then like,
rhythmic.
oh, well, then they're going to go to Sid's. And that's like, oh my God. It's just, it flows so well.
I also think and I said this to you afterwards, because we were doing a bit of a Disney rewatch, which we're going to get back to eventually, but Snow White was the first animated feature film ever made. This was the first CGI animated
Snow White
film ever
sucks.
made. Snow White is actually
It's
terrible.
actually terrible. It's a
It's like, I
terrible
can be
movie.
like, oh, it's a person for that. Toy Story holds up so well as one of the best animated films, the best films of all time.
I like what you said.
Years later.
It is one of the best. I think it is probably one of the tightest scripts.
It's
Ever.
incredible.
It's
incredible.
unbelievable.
It's incredible. These first like 10 Pixar movies, it's just
It's
gonna be
just
a discussion
ridiculous.
because it's
And I just think like for 81 minutes, it's both so incredible how little yet how much happens.
yes.
That's the thing that really when you told me that Toy Story was 81 minutes, I was like,
You can.
this is felt way longer.
Yeah,
Like
in a
I do
good way.
not remember this being 81 minutes.
Yeah. A lot happens in so little time, but it doesn't feel drawn out. You're not.
As the
sitting there
thing
like,
is,
when's it gonna end?
it's really like I just feel like my short attention span was completely satisfied during this film.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my absolutely fried attention span, because all of our attention spans are fried.
Yep.
There wasn't one moment that I was
I
like,
couldn't look away.
I totally couldn't.
Yeah.
It was
It's-
just so
the
good.
characters are so entertaining, and you just want to follow.
Well, what do you know what I said when we were watching it? I was saying this literally, it's so insane because the second that the characters get on screen, you know who every single one
Yep.
of them are.
Yep. 10
Like,
minutes.
not even.
You're right. You're right.
Literally not even. It's the first 5 minutes. You know who every single one of them are. You know Rex, you know Mr. Potato Head, you know Woody, you know
Slinky,
you
Green
know Bo
Army Man
Peep, you know
Ham.
Green Army Man Ham,
Yeah.
you know every single one of them in the first 5 minutes
5
on
minutes.
screen. And they all have such distinct personalities.
Yes.
You know
No
every
question.
single one of them. And I think
Yep.
it's like, what I really like about animation is I think it also, the characters can end up being stronger because of their designs. I think character design is something that is very understated or like undermined in live action filmmaking. And I think the greatest characters that we remember do have a layer of character design to them. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I think the
live action or animated.
There are both of them. I think like the first example that came to my mind, which is the most basic example, is I think in like, say like Pulp Fiction, where it's like, you know, they're in the suits, like the black suits. It's just like and like anyone can wear a black suit. Same goes with Men in Black. Both those films are synonymous with the black suit, or it's The Matrix. And so it's like films like that where it's like we know, or I mean, The Matrix is a great example. We know it. When I think of Neo, I see Keanu Reeves in the full black sort of trench coat, like, you know, with the Morpheus glasses. But in Toy Story, and I think of so many animated films, because of the vibrance of the colors and the sort of style, like there's the old saying of a great character is recognizable by their silhouette.
I was about to say that, yeah.
And I think that they nail it, and it's every single one, and that sort of can go both in the same sense of like, if I hear Woody's voice, I know it's Woody. You know, it's like, oh,
what they also
or Buzz, or any of those characters from the Pixar films. It just because, and the reason why it really blew my mind is like, this is an 80-minute movie, and
it proves that you don't need that long.
And it is in theme parks. There are theme parks. There are rides. There's everything about this movie.
4 sequels
for an 80-minute movie. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, the power that a good story can have. That's unbelievable. And the characters being so strong, because the characters are what ultimately is sort of the marketability of the film.
The fact that it's 80 minutes, to me,
it's
especially
astounding.
As like, you know, someone who wants to make movies, it's
no one has
any excuse to make a 2-hour movie before they've made, in my opinion, at least 3 feature films.
I completely agree.
There's no need for it, because you have to learn to make a compelling story in much less time first. And I think it's ridiculous that people try and do it for longer. 80 minutes, 90 if you must, is like...
It's ample.
It's ample. You don't need anything else to tell a story. An 80-minute movie is going to be better than most 2+ hour movies.
It's agree.
It's going to get more people watching it. It's going to make more money. It's going to get like...
And it's really what it is.
You to be stronger with every single scene. Everything is required. There's no fat in Toy Story. There's nothing that you can cut out. It's perfect. It's tight. It's such a like bam, 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 bam script. And so you never want to look away. You're never bored. You're never tired. And it's because you can make a 2-hour movie like that, but it has to be a very big story, and you cannot do that without a lot of experience. You know, someone like Nolan or something we talked about last time can do that because he's done
real storytelling.
The small movies.
It's real storytelling where every single piece of it serves a function one way or another, yet is also emotionally functional as well.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Can you think of one flaw in this movie?
I honestly can't.
Like if I really
that's a good question. If I really sat down and thought about is there anything wrong with Toy Story? No.
I really don't think there is.
I don't think there is
either.
I don't
know if it's possible.
And it's funny because this is also going to tie, I think, to our second half of the podcast as well. Because there's a certain 90-minute film that I also think is flawless. Yeah. That has come out this summer.
But it's really
with a perfect script.
Impressive how they managed to pull this off. And I'm sure we'll talk about this more in future episodes, but Pixar it's like what? From 1995 to 2010?
Like, what are we doing?
It's all perfect movies, perfect script. Every single one of these movies should be studied in film school. I truly believe
that is so true. I think that
script.
Pixar also, I think, has it almost like transcendent level of storytelling. Yeah. It's so I regard Pixar movies and the scripts and the stories honestly higher than anything else. Because I just think that it is so flawless. It's flawless. And
it's so well thought.
Why don't we? I don't know why we don't study. No. Because I think Toy Story is the perfect film to study in film schools. I think that is the movie that should be watched. Like over like, well, I think the problem is, I think, when you go straight to like watching something, say like In the Mood for Love. Yeah. Or like there's a quote from PTA that is I don't know why they don't study Terminator before watching Potemkin, where it's like I don't know why we're watching like because you need to break down what works about
simple and effective.
It's very simple and it's highly effective before you then move into more abstract things, which I think is a lot of foreign cinema. Has that level of storytelling. It's just more. It's sometimes a little harder to put your head around because it's a lot more subtle.
Yes,
it's a lot quieter.
And if you don't study this first, I took a class.
It builds the foundation.
And
I'm taking it next semester.
And I don't know if you watched this too, but we watched Finding Nemo.
Oh,
which was
great.
Wonderful. And it's interestingly a very complicated script. Much more complicated than Toy Story. Toy Story is linear. It's one plot line.
Well, because it's character wants it's literally because it's very much character wants something in way. Like Woody want approval from Andy. Buzz in ways of said approval. Obstacle, and then Woody want to get rid of Buzz. Woody tries to get rid of Buzz and fails.
It's all
Woody now has to earn back the trust of the toys. And that's what I think a great script is, because he's so active. It's just building. And all the things are just adding on to one another. It's truly a story. It's not like it's just building onto itself. And everything feels so active.
It does this happens, so this happens. Rather
yes,
than this happens,
yeah.
Then
it's the old Trey Parker, Matt Stone, man. This happens, and then this happens because this happens, so that this happens, which is also because of this thing that happened at the beginning, and that's the story. It's not just like
their own actions lead them to these new obstacles.
Completely, they're very, very, very active characters.
It takes turns. It's like, Buzz jumping into the claw machine is what leads them to get to Sid's house, but they're only there at the claw machine because Woody pushed Buzz out the window.
One of my favorite things that the Sid Field, the Sid Field book that we both have read. One of my favorite things that said is action is character.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge fan of a lot of action filmmaking, and we had to talk about this. We had like a 2-hour long talk about how I think action filmmaking is like sometimes the like sort of peak of what cinema is very action oriented filmmaking, because action and what we do reveals far more than what we say.
Yeah.
And I think that Toy Story does such an incredible job at revealing more by their actions and less about what the words behind them. Like there's so much subtext into I think Woody's jealousy of Buzz.
Yeah.
And the way that he acts when he pushes him out of the window is so much more than what he's saying. But we can read it so easily. It's so easy to read. That it feels very natural and we're taking it for granted, but it's actually really complex.
Absolutely.
Because you guys watch this on VHS, which I don't think a lot of people do. So how was that experience versus like watching it on Disney Plus?
Dude, it was so good. Oh my god, it made it so much.
If you want to,
we would not have sat down and watched this if it wasn't on VHS.
I don't think it would have been.
I would not have sat down and watched this if it wasn't on VHS. Here it is. Here's Toy Story.
And how well does it hold up? Like compared to what you guys remember,
it looks so much better on VHS than on digital.
Yeah,
it looks so good. The colors
is the home video format it was made for.
Yeah, and you can tell. I feel like this movie was made more for home video than it was for theaters to a certain extent, because it's made for kids.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, it's made for kids, but like, it feels like this film is so.
That's what's.
I feel like the optimal way of watching Toy Story is not in a theater, but instead with your family eating a bucket of popcorn. I feel like that is the more optimal way to watch this film.
I saw a video about this that made me interested, and this is what I think Pixar does so well. They're not made for kids; they're made for families.
Yes, well, that's what I mean. That's what a great family film does, is because it appeals to everything. Well, you got the Rex line at the end.
Oh, jeez, we'll get back to that.
Yeah,
this was a review by Roger Ebert about Toy Story.
Oh, really?
Yes. And what he says is, and I thought it was so good because I think we miss this a lot with animated films, and they're often like shunned off as other movies for kids. The review started with like, oh, your kids will like it, but for the adult audience. And then his review was for the adult audience. He didn't do it. He did a like 5-second review for the kids. And then he talked about like, as an adult, this is a better film for adults than it is for kids. There's a lot of jokes in it that are strictly for adults. And that's what I've had fun rewatching these, because I'm like, so funny.
When we watch it together, so I laughed way more at it now than I did as a kid.
Absolutely.
I was like crying laughing. Like, This
so
is the
creative.
funniest movie
Yep.
ever.
And
like,
it makes it
it's
better
the funniest
because
film ever.
kids won't get it. They do it in such a creative way, like the
And also just the
Potato
interactions
Head?
between them, between the characters.
Yes.
Like, it's like, because as a kid, it's like,
Yeah,
oh wow, I
yeah.
get to watch toys, like,
Yep.
alive.
Yep.
But like, for the adults that are actually
It's so
following it,
fun.
it's so funny. I mean,
Yep.
the You Are a Toy scene
Mm-hmm.
is just,
You're a
it's
sad, strange
so,
woman.
it's so funny.
Mhm.
It's so funny. And the way that like Woody just is so pissed off at Buzz.
So like, I
So,
forgot how manic
like,
Woody is. In
oh my
this
God,
film.
he's so
out-
manic.
He's crazy.
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Have you seen the original test footage for this?
Yes. When he's got the like,
Yeah,
he's like the
he's
puppet.
an asshole.
Yeah, he's a total asshole.
What I found interesting, so I was looking into it and I was watching a bunch of videos on this. So originally, the way they sold it to Tom Hanks, right, is they took a clip of him and Turner and Hooch or whatever, and then they put it over the Woody. So he could see him talking out of the toy, and that's what convinced him. He was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah,
Right?
because you can see the voice. Like,
Yeah.
no one else, by the way, could be Woody other
No.
than Tom Hanks. Literally no one. It's Woody. Like, that's Woody.
And he saw it and he was like, sold.
Yeah, it's
But
Woody.
you know what's interesting? Is Tim Allen wasn't their first choice for Buzz. And it gets even crazier. It was Billy Crystal.
No,
Mike Wazowski, right?
that doesn't work.
It doesn't work. But
That
they did the
doesn't
same
work.
thing. They took a clip from Harry Met Sally, put it into
Yeah.
the little Buzz. They
That
went
totally
to,
doesn't.
they
Well,
didn't
because
do it,
yeah, because
and then they got
Buzz
Tim
Buzz
Allen.
isn't the
No, he's not,
That's
he's not.
more Woody.
It's more
Buzz
Woody.
is the to infinity and beyond.
He's more like soldier with a heart.
Yeah.
And Tim Allen was able to do that. But they cast everything for the characters. They have like Wallace Shawn doing the nervous wreck that's Rex.
Yes,
It's like,
yeah.
And they model the characters after the actors as much as they
It's
take the
so
actor for the
brilliant.
character.
God, that's so
Genius. And they do
brilliant.
this all
Where
the
it's
time.
like, it's
Think
it's
about
just,
Scar.
wow.
It is Jeremy Irons, and I've seen pictures of them.
Uh-huh.
They have a picture of Jeremy Irons, and they're drawing the lines.
Yes,
to
yeah,
look
well, they
like
do
it.
that a lot. I
It's
think
really
they do
cool.
that a lot.
It's so cool.
I've
and I
seen
think
that for
it's like-
especially the 2D animated Disney
God.
films. I
Yeah.
love when they model it slightly off of the actor who's playing it.
Yeah.
And it is funny because I feel like Woody looks like
It's
Woody looks like Tom Hanks.
and that
He
kinda
looks like Tom
Tim
Hanks.
Allen.
It kind of
It's
looks like Tim Allen to a certain
It's
extent.
really creative. What I also love that they do is when they cast
Who plays Mr. Potato Head again?
Mr. Potato Head's Don Rickles.
Oh my god!
He's so good.
God, that's
So
yes.
he's just ripping off of stuff. Like that's another scene. I love the bit of Mr. Potato taking his lips and sticking them on his ass because I didn't get that as a kid. I was like, oh, goofy, and then I was like, oh,
No, he's
kiss
trying
ass.
to kiss ass.
That's funny. Like it's creative.
Like Apex Predator.
I think
Hey.
on that note, what is your guys' favorite character in this movie specifically?
Well,
this one specifically?
we've talked about who
yeah,
we
I
are.
think we.
each.
I think we.
For context, he's Woody and I'm Buzz.
Yeah.
He's Cowboys and I'm Space.
I think that's pretty.
That's very
I
accurate.
love Woody though.
I love
I'm-
Buzz.
It's a pretty good consensus there.
I
don't
love
think
Buzz.
But
He's my
beyond
favorite.
that, I'm taking Slinky. I love Slinky. So if
Really?
you can't do Buzz or Woody, who are you taking? I'm
Oh,
taking
dude,
Slinky.
I think Rex.
I
is
knew you were gonna say
hilarious.
Rex. Rex is funny.
I think Rex is so funny.
Yeah.
Ah! He's got those little arms. So funny.
It's
Or
just-
I
mean,
think
think about
Mr.
it.
Potato Head is
Mr.
so
Potato Head's great.
funny.
But
Love
Rex-
Mr. Potato Head.
It's such a that's like dramatic irony or comedic irony, I don't know, whatever the word is. It's a dinosaur, a T-Rex who is scared.
Yes.
And it's
yeah.
like you don't even think about it, but that's such a good bit. It's like, what if we took the
Yes, yeah, what if we
biggest
take the big- the
predator
big-
and make
yeah.
him a worried wreck? It's like that is such a good bit. Okay, so shall we kind of give our consensus out of 10?
I think that's a 10, man.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
I think you got to think comparing it to every other Pixar movie ever. Like,
It's still a 10.
It's still
It's
10.
still 10. I
It's
think
still a
genuinely,
10.
we'll for everyone, last episode we will rank every Pixar movie.
Yeah, we'll come back to
I
it.
think this will be like top 5. It'll probably be like Toy Story, Monsters University.
For me, like it's really hard to beat. We'll get to Wally.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm excited to get to the later ones. Again, for the first few of these here, it's
It's just
pretty much
zinger,
gonna be
zinger,
glazing all
zinger.
these movies. They're too good,
and the next one, we also watched Bug's Life.
which we'll do that in the next
Yeah,
video.
we'll do that.
Thank you so much for watching.
You got friend in me. You got friend